Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to look at common factor within polynomials. If you've completed the grade 10 video polynomials on multiplication, today's lesson will be easier for you. So let's dive right in. So when we are distributing, we get a polynomial like that. And if we're doing the opposite, it's called factoring. So we're looking at the numbers and we're saying, okay, which factor is in common? And in this case, it's 3. So we write down 3. And then we look at the variables, we look at the letters and say, okay, x cubed, x squared, x. So there's an x in common here. And so we're factoring out 3x. And then we say, okay, 3x times what gives 3x cubed? X squared, right? If we take out 3x from the second term, what's left? Negative 2x. If we take out 3x from the last term, what is left? 4. So when we're going in this direction, that's called factoring, the common factor. And so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to do lots of examples, and then you'll have lots of practice questions to practice. So example number 1, factor. So we first look at the numbers, 3 and negative 9 actually, and we notice that 3 is in common. So we write down 3. We look at the letters, no letters in common. So now we write open bracket like that, and you say, okay, what's remaining? X is remaining. And then I look at the second term, what's remaining? Negative 3, like that. And so this 3 that we took out is called a common factor. And you can check your answer by distributing 3 times x, 3x, 3 times negative 3, negative 9, like that. Okay, B, 6 and 4, so 2 is in common. No letters in common, so we open bracket and say, okay, if we factor out 2, what's left? 3x for the first term. If we take out 2 for the second term, what's left? 2, like that. And we check it, 6x plus 4, like that. C, we look at the numbers, 9 is in common. We look at the letters, nothing in common, so 9 open brackets. And say, okay, what's left? 2x, and what's left? 1. Right? So if we take out 9, then what's remaining is 1. And we check it. 9 times 2, 18. 9 times 1, 9, like that. Okay, D. X cubed, x squared, x. So we have an x in common. Looking at the numbers, no number in common, so we go open bracket. So if we took out x, what's left? X squared. We took out x from the next is minus 2x. And took out x from this term, what's left is 3, like that. E, 7x squared plus 14x. We notice the numbers first, so 7 is in common. Then we look at the letters, x is in common. So then we open bracket, take out 7x, what's left? X. 7x here, what's left is 2, like that. Right, and we can check it. 7x times x, 7x squared. 7x times 2, 14x, like that. F. So 10, 5, negative 25. So there's a 5 in common. So we write that down. X squared, xy squared. So we notice that there's an x in common everywhere. So we write that down. Now we open bracket. Take away 5x. What's left is 2x. Take away 5x. What's left is y. Take away 5x. What's left is negative 5y squared, like that. G. Look at the numbers, negative 2, negative 4, negative 8. So there's a negative 2 that's in common, like that. Looking at the letters, a squared, a. So a is in common. B squared. So b is in common, like that. So negative 2ab, open bracket. What's left here is 1. What's left here is 2a. And what's left here is 4b, like that. Right? And remember, you can always check your answers. So this is negative 2ab. Times here, we get negative 4a squared b. Multiply here, we get negative 8ab squared. Okay, h. This is our first term, plus this is our second term, like that. And we notice that there's a factor here of x plus 3 that's in common. So we're going to take out x plus 3 like this, and say, okay, what's left? 7 plus what's left? X, like that. I, 1 minus x is in common to both, so we're factoring out 1 minus x, write that down here, and we say, okay, open bracket, what's left? Negative 2x plus 3 as such. J, x squared plus 2x minus 3. So there's no number in common and there's no letter in common. So no common factor for this polynomial. And k is the same thing. 4, 5, 7, no common factor. X squared, x, and 1, and no common factor there. Okay, time for some practice. So go ahead and pause the video and factor these polynomials. Okay, and there's a couple more down here. Go ahead and pause the video and perform those factorizations. Okay, we're back. So A, 6x plus 3, 3 is in common, 2x plus 1. 8x minus 4, 4 is in common, 2x minus 1. C, 3x is in common, what's left is x plus 2. D, x is in common, open bracket, what's left? X squared plus 2x minus 1. E, we look at what's in common, 7x squared. What remains is x minus 3. F, we notice that there's 2x in common, and what's left is 2x plus 5y minus 10y squared. G, we look at this and we notice that there's 5ab in common, and what's left is 2a plus 4b minus 3. H, we notice that there's an x plus 2 as a common factor. We factor that out. What's remaining is 6 plus x squared. I, x squared minus 7 is in common, and what's remaining is y plus 2. J, no common factor, and K, again, also no common factor. And that's it. It's that simple. I'll see you guys in the next video.